Another useful method for creating surfaces is through rotations. Rotational surfaces are created by revolving a profile curve around an axis. So to demonstrate that, I'm going to expand my perspective view, and we're going to create a vertical axis that we're going to rotate around. And we've been using this kind of line segment tool. So if I right-click on line segment, you'll see I can start a line, but I don't really have any other options. Another way to draw a line is if I expand this and you see this single line tool, or if I just type in the command line, if I type in the command line, then you'll see that I get other options here. So I'm going to draw a vertical line as my option, and my start of the line will be the origin, or 0, 0, 0. And I'll draw this line 3 inches in height, and then I'll click to end that. And now I'm going to create a profile that I'm going to use. So this is going to be my axis, and in this case I'm going to just draw a parabola shape. So I'm going to switch to my curve tools and use this parabola from 3 points. So I'm going to choose my start point, and then my point on the parabola, and then my end point. So something like this, for example, or let's make this equal on both sides. So I'm going to delete that one and keep this kind of equally spaced. So now I'm going to just select this and rotate it. So I'm going to select it and then use the gumball to click on this red icon to rotate it 90 degrees. And now I just want to move this, so I'm going to type in move, select this object, and I'm going to move this endpoint to my origin, and now I'm going to use the gumball to move it over here, so that it's basically, we have something like this in the side view. So here's my axis, here's my rotational profile, and I'm going to type in the command revolve, or in my surface tools I can also find the revolve tool in these toolbars here under surface tools. So I'll type in or click revolve. I'm going to select the profile curve to revolve, which is this curve here, and then press enter, and then I need to define the axis. So this line we're going to use with our O-snap and endpoint set. I'm going to choose the start and end point of my axis. So this is the start point. I'm going to go up to the top of the line. This is my end point. And now we can choose an angle of rotation, our start angle. So I'll leave my start angle as 0. I'm just going to hit enter. And I'm just going to type in my revolution angle, which is going to be 360 degrees. And I'll press enter. So now we have this kind of surface, and the line, the axis doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter whether this is 1 inch or 10 feet. It's just a line that we're using to define an axis of rotation. So I kind of set up a couple of other profiles just to kind of take a look at, but it's the same idea, and you can get an idea of how you can start to use this tool to kind of create a whole range of profiles. So I'm going to type in revolve again, select my curve to revolve, press enter, and then my start and end point of rotation, my start angle of 0, my end angle of 360, and I'm just going to repeat that for these other curves as well. So you can kind of see we can do quite a few different forms by this kind of using this technique of rotational surfaces.